Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm going to do one more quick video tonight before I call it a night. Um, there's something that was trending on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram yesterday, and it is called the Trump meltdown. It happened during his press conference yesterday or the day before, I believe it was. A reporter from CBS by the name of Elijah Zhang asked a question. That question was, why is this a global competition if everyday Americans are losing their lives? His response basically boiled down to, you should ask China. Um, he said those exact words, actually. That has been his response for months. All right. He has responded practically the same way every time somebody asks him about, well, why were you slow to respond? Why did the CDC not do things? Why did the WHO, or why are you defunding the WHO? And his response is, you should ask China. And this reporter completely lost it. All right, she immediately started yelling at him, pulled her face mask down, which revealed at this point that she was of Chinese descent, and started demanding, why are you asking that question to me? Why are you directing that question to me? He's like, I'm not directing it at anybody. I am simply stating you should ask China. It's not directed at anybody in particular. It's directed, as a general question. And as I said before, that's been his actual response to multiple questions from multiple reporters. He called the question in particular a nasty question, and I have to agree with him on that. That question is nothing but political grandstanding. They are trying to catch him with a terrible response, which they did, so they can blow it out of proportion. They can call him racist. They can call him xenophobic. They can call him whatever they want, pretty much, with this response, which is why I have to agree with Ben Shapiro and a handful of other conservative reporters saying that first, President Trump should allow his press secretary to handle these press conferences, because he has handled several questions in the past questionably, to say the least. Whenever this reporter began to lose her mind, he immediately went to the next reporter who had raised her hand. That reporter attempted to cede her time to the first reporter. Whenever President Trump saw this happening, he pointed out to another reporter who didn't even get a chance to ask a question or say anything, because the first two reporters were still screaming at President Trump. And President Trump said, thank you, I've had enough, y'all have had enough, have a nice day. And he promptly walked off stage. This is not a meltdown. That is not a meltdown, I'm sorry, but a meltdown is my 3-year-old daughter screaming and throwing a fit because I took her toy away from her. That was a pretty professional response, in my opinion. He was basically being called a racist right there to his face. And instead of getting angry or upset about it, he ended the press conference in a professional manner and he left. That is what anybody should do in that situation. I'm going to stand with President Trump on this one. I think he responded correctly, and I don't think anybody would have responded in a better or more professional manner than what he did. So that's just my 2 cents on this matter. Y'all can take it if y'all want, or y'all can form your own opinion. Please go watch the video in question before you make up your mind on it, though. So y'all have a great one. Good night.